What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy B Savage Outlaw, and we coming back to y'all with another Goon Squad Gamers Podcast. It is going to be a fun one today, and I'm joined with a good cast of characters. Everybody,
What is up, everybody? I am the Flash. We got a good episode for you today. I'm joined with my other two friends.
I'm Joe, aka BDJ, and our last good buddy.
I'm Moose, and my username is like a boss USMC. Looking forward to this episode for you guys.
that is right. We have got a special episode. It's special to us because this episode right here is going to talk about the game that started it all for the Goon Squad. It is the game that cost Joe a lot of money out of his pocketbook. And it is the game that we have had probably the most fun and the most savage moments of any of our gaming experiences. We are talking about Fortnite. Now, with Fortnite, first off, you guys ready? I mean, we're getting ready to go down memory lane here.
Yeah, it's
You
gonna
two
be quite a
especially,
ride.
you guys been in it from the beginning.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite a ride. But I think with any good story, we should start with the story.
So why don't you guys give us a good backstory? How did the concept of Fortnite come to be?
How did we
Well-
get to where we are today?
Well, Fortnite itself, it didn't start off as the battle royale we all know and love. At first, it was just Save the World, which was just any other zombie game. You built a base to protect, save people, and kill a bunch of zombies. But then they got into the battle royale version to, start generating some hype and revenue into the game. And, the first two seasons of the battle royale, not really much happened story-wise. Couple skins came out, and it was getting a little bit of traction. But then, Season 3, when meteors started raining from the sky and crushed one of the central locations on the map, Dusty Depot, becoming Dusty Divot. Now, at first it was just a meteor sitting in a hole. And then the government showed up. And at the same point in time as the government's coming in, some bright son of a gun decided to say, hey, let's film a movie here. So, Season 3
As any
started out.
sensible person would too, like
Hey,
tragedy movie.
Exactly.
Why not?
So, Season 3 gets going. The government's collecting all these little jump crystals around the crash site. And they all move it to the supervillain lair of the movie, where they decide to build a rocket using these crystals. But unbeknownst to the rest of the map and everyone else, someone was inside the meteor. And he busted out, and now we all call him the Visitor at this point in time. And he makes his way through the map to the rocket, launching the rocket into space in a grand show for everyone on the island. Now, once the rocket hit space, it fractured space-time itself, causing rifts leading us into the next season, where everything started falling from the sky and we got our first driving vehicle, the golf cart. And then as this point in time, the fraction in the sky got bigger and bigger, leading us to the next season, where we got everyone's favorite Fortnite character, Kevin, the giant purple cube.
Ah, Kevin. And do you remember what Kevin did to that lovely loot lake?
Oh, he turned into a nice purple jump pad. Everyone had a grand old time. But then, towards the end of that season, the island in the center of Loot Lake just shot up into the sky. And who was at the base of that island? Good old Kevin.
At least pieces of him, anyway.
Yep.
True. So,
Ah.
when Kevin did that, it ended up bringing us into our next season, where we first got our look at Fort Nightmares, which is now a staple of Fortnite.
Yeah, every Halloween we get Fort Nightmares. And most years it's fun, I'd say, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But I mean, my favorite part, I think, of the story to tell, and I think where most of the lore took place in Chapter 2 was until the end, the spies, Midas and all of them. They played a pivotal role in trying to stop the storm, which didn't work out too well when a giant tidal wave floods the entire map, and well, leads us to having sharks. We get sharks. we get loose sharks at least. Oh man. And that lovely trailer of Meowscles riding the shark through the entire flooded village and causing absolute mayhem. And then it starts with everyone like being friendly with him, and then it's just like, now we want to kill you towards the end of it. But Chapter 2 didn't end there either. It got way more intense, didn't it, Joe?
Oh yeah. And the entire island just flipped over, becoming a brand new one. I guess a new dimension? I'm not completely sure on that part.
And it makes you think, what was on the other side of that island that was just drowning underwater the whole time? Oh, but we did get some good locations from it, I'd say.
I gotta say, I really miss the camp, like the camp area.
Cuddle?
I can't remember. Camp Cuddle, yes, thank you. I
Good
couldn't remember.
old Camp Cuddle.
But then,
Camp Cuddle.
I gotta say, the most disappointing part of Chapter 3, and this goes into lore as well, is the big bad ending off the season, dying in the first 2 minutes of the live event.
That was so disappointing.
They're leading up to this whole huge battle. They come up in chrome tornadoes and charging everybody. Next thing you know, she blows up the island. But is she dead? I mean, that's the impression we were given, but Chapter 4 is leading us to believe other things.
I don't know. They've pulled this stunt twice before with the visitor and the prisoner back in Chapter 1. She was supposed to be part of that tree. But
people don't like staying dead in Fortnite history, which leads me to believe even characters like Midas may come back.
I think that'd be a good thing to see Midas come back. I know a lot. I think I know a lot of people that would probably be happy. Last year, one of them that would be happy to see Midas come back.
I mean, we got what was it, Scrap Knight Jules in this chapter. I think it was this chapter she showed up. So I mean, that's Midas's daughter. So you never know. And
It'd be interesting to see the Herald back.
I think the Herald probably will come back, because one of the skins in that battle pass even look like they're from the same era as Herald.
Yeah, and the thing of it is, like, when you go and you look at the beginning of that live event where she's taking over the
reality tree.
Reality tree. Thank you. When she's taking over the reality tree and just straight up turn herself chrome, everything like that, you know, I honestly did not get the impression that she died right off the rip. Like, I had a feeling like she is forming herself into a new being, and something gave me the impression that it wasn't going to be the last time we were going to see the Herald.
Yeah, 100%.
Because if I remember correctly, too, the Herald in the live event, like when the island was already in pieces, her tree was there, wasn't it?
So?
Like, the dead reality tree was a segment of it. At least I think that's what I saw before, you know, I got kicked.
That was rough.
That live,
but that going through that, and you just get, and you're like, what the, you know, F, you know, where did everything go? And then next thing you know, you were back at the home screen. Of course, then again, this is when you were still on the old Xbox, and your old Xbox absolutely hated you.
Yeah, I mean, that thing didn't want to load Fortnite for anything. I got squares for my guns sometimes, so. But then I upgraded, but unfortunately, I still did get kicked from that live event. I saw it to fruition through you guys, but I did get kicked because the server couldn't handle some of that older stuff, which was another disappointing part of that live event, I would have to say, is the fact that it couldn't handle the base for what it was supposed to be creating. But,
well, and the thing of it is, they hyped up this live event so much. I honestly, I feel like this live event was hyped up more than a lot of things that Fortnite had done. And so, like, a lot of people were, like, getting into it, ready to go for the live event. And I think there was just so many people that the servers just couldn't handle it.
Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, it was and I didn't participate in many live events, but I have to say that was probably on the more disappointing end, unfortunately. I think just purely off of what I've seen and what I've played combined, probably the Cube Queen event was probably the most fun. I genuinely think that because it looked like there was a lot going on. And I mean, Joe, you'd probably know better than anyone. You were still playing it then.
To be honest, my favorite live event was either one, Marshmallow, because I love Marshmallow as an artist, and two was the Butterfly event when the vault opened up near Loot Lake, or what was the remnants of Loot Lake at the time.
Well, Moose, what about you? What's your favorite
I
live
mean,
event?
I honestly didn't start playing Fortnite until recently, so that this last one was the only live event that I've done. I mean, I was disappointed, obviously, but looking forward to the next live event.
Yeah, from what I've been hearing, they're planning on doing like chapters every year, basically. So that I believe that's what they said they're gonna do going forward. So realistically, I think we might get a live event at the end of every year. I'm not gonna say it's around New Year's time, but I think it's gonna be
And we
around that time frame.
got this last one at the beginning of December, so
Yeah, so I think they'll do something for New Year still, but I still think they'll just before the New Year ends, they'll probably come up with a live event of some sort to like satisfy everybody. That way we're not waiting, because sometimes we've waited well over several months for a live event, almost a year. And like that's what keeps some of the Fortnite fans hooked, I think, is having those live events out there.
So here's a question then. If they're changing chapters each year, are they going to be changing islands each year? Because usually when a chapter ends, there's a new island.
That
I
is
mean,
true.
honestly, I'd be down for that if they did do that.
Yeah, it would give us some more variety, and I don't think it would give us the time to get attached like we did to places like Synapse Station.
Mhm.
Yeah, and we all got extremely. There was a couple different locations, I think, in Chapter Three's map that we all kind of got attached to. Synapse was probably, as a group, our number one landing destination. Sanctuary was another good one before it became the Herald's Sanctum or whatever it was called. Um, then it just became a hotspot because everybody wanted the Herald's gun. So like, yeah, and Joe, his favorite, was Camp Cuddle, and it's gone. So it's like, I would agree that I think it would be a good idea that if they're going to finish off chapters at the end of each year, then finish off the map. Give us a fresh map. There's so much out there that they can use to create a new map each year. Like so much that they can think of to create a new map. And they can honestly like incorporate stuff from previous maps,
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that's just me wanting Synapse back.
I think that's all of us wanting Synapse back, honestly.
It was just such a good landing spot.
It was
Yeah, I was gonna
I mean, the
underrated.
loot.
Uh,
The loot was good. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Moose.
no, I was gonna say like I'd be interested if they like did one map where they like brought back a bunch of the named locations like Synapse, Sleepy Sound, Camp Cuddle. Like it'd be cool to see like them bring back old locations, people wise.
It definitely would. Yeah, dude. Like, it was such a good landing spot for us because the loot was actually really good because there was a lot of places to be searching chests. There was, when they brought the key chest in, those were always. I mean, sometimes they were hit or miss, but a lot of times you got a good gun out of there. I know one gun that me and Flash all the time were looking for in those key chests. So, Synapse was definitely a good landing spot for us on that. So, with us going over the history of Fortnite, now that we've kind of gotten ourselves up to speed and we're back to present day, how did everybody get started? Like Joe and Flash, you guys got started long before me and Moose. I didn't start until Chapter 3. Moose didn't start until Chapter 3. So, like, when did you guys start, and what got you into it?
I'll let
I
Joe
think I'll go
start
first.
this one off.
So I got started back when I was in high school because a lot of my buddies from both track, cross country, all of them said, "Hey, we're trying to play Fortnite. We need a fourth at some times. How don't you get the game? It's free, and hop on and play with us." I'm like, okay. I was more playing PUBG at the time, so I knew how to play the game at the time. But then I got hooked, and after Chapter 1 ended, I stopped playing mainly because I went off to college. I had other things to do. But in college, that's where I met Conrad, and we formed a Xbox game chat with a bunch of other teammates. And then I tried to get Conrad to start playing Fortnite, but he wouldn't budge until they brought in no build.
Yeah, well, I mean, my history with Fortnite didn't really start there. My long-term history of playing Fortnite started there. My history did start when Battle Royale first came out. I played it for like 2 weeks and decided I hated it. I was like, nope, these builders, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't deal with these builders. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. So I went on a Fortnite hiatus, which probably good for my wallet, unlike some people. But then chapter 2 came out, and I was like, you know what? I'll give it another chance. New chapter, new chance. So I gave it a new chance. I still hated it. It was no better. Actually, it was more confusing for me, honestly. But then I was like, nah, I don't need to return. Then Joe came into college, and we played a lot of like GTA and Modern Warfare 2. Or no, Modern Warfare 2 wasn't out at the time.
Yeah.
And we like played some Warzone and stuff like that. And he's like, you should play Fortnite. In a matter of speaking, it wasn't really like that, but he was like, you should play Fortnite. I'm like, nah, I hate it. But by that point, Chapter 3 was already out, and he was like, there's a new chapter. And then he was telling me like how he would queue up in a game or something, or queue up in the lobby, and it would make him wait. And I was like, I don't want to do that. There's no point. Then no builds came out, and it was like an addiction. I was playing for hours upon hours a day, and I blame Joe for that one. And I also blame Joe for the dent in my wallet as well, but but some of the skins were cool, and it was a slippery slope after the Flash skin was in the item shop. So, but I mean, realistically, I started because Joe started, and then not long after that, we started playing other games with my brother, and due to that, Moose started playing with us, and I'll let Moose take over from there.
So, I actually started at the end of Chapter 1. I think it was like one of the last like 3 seasons. One of my friends from high school got me playing it, and we played it for maybe a month or two before he moved away and stuff like that. We stopped talking, so took a break from Fortnite, and then met Flash's brother and started playing games with him, and then we got introduced and started playing Fortnite together. So that was about this time last year that we started playing Fortnite again. So that was good.
Yeah, that is true. It's been about a year. But then not long after you joined us, we had another fun character join our crew, didn't we? How about you, Savage?
Remember like it was yesterday. So when it all started for me, so I'm kind of like you, Conrad. When I started seeing like all of the Marvel skins characters coming into Fortnite, and I was like, you know what, I kind of want to give this a shot. First match I jumped into, somebody had built a tower within like 10 seconds, and I got sniped. And I was like, off. And that was the last I played Fortnite until I think season 2 of Chapter 3. Yeah, it was season 2 of Chapter 3 was when I officially picked it back up, because one of the guys I was playing with at the time, he was like, "Yo, I hear they're bringing no builds into Fortnite. We ought to check that out." Because we were playing PUBG at the time, and PUBG, it was one of those things of it just like, I didn't mind it, but like I felt like I was bad at it because it just felt so slow. It did not feel fast paced at all, anything like that. So I was like, all right, yeah, I'll jump in and give it a shot. And the rest was history. because we started tearing it up, and I was actually getting a lot more kills in that compared to PUBG. So I was actually getting really into it. And then one thing led to another. Then started Twitch streaming. My buddy Dan actually got me into Twitch streaming, and then from there, got involved with the Cooper Troop and a couple other key groups, and then Flash got a raid, and that's when I come to see who Flash was, and I heard Joe in the background. You guys were playing Fallout at the time, and then I think it was like a week later. I think you either got another one or I had followed you, and I saw that you were playing Fortnite. I was like, oh, these guys are playing Fortnite. I kind of needed a new crew to try and jump on because there was times that I was on and Dan wasn't, or he was playing something else like 2K or some other stupid game. So I jumped in the chat and was like, hey, you guys play Fortnite? Yeah, that's cool. I've been looking for a squad to roll around with. If you guys ever need somebody. And what was it, like 20 minutes later, I was in the first squad that we did. And then the rest is history after that.
We indoctrinated you like we indoctrinated Moose, and like me and Joe indoctrinated basically everyone else by spamming you with boogie bombs.
Yeah, I hate the boogie bombs. So we're talking about how the crew came to be right now. So this crew of misfits, all right, and that's what we are. We're a bunch of misfits. We're goons, all right. So you two started it all. Joe and Flash, you two started it all. The Moose came along, and then I came along. So like, what got y'all to want to bring Moose into it? What got y'all to want to like keep me around? Because we were the outsiders coming in, and now me and Moose are mainstays, and now we've formed this alliance, or like I said, squad or whatever, where it's us four. It is us four. So like, what made y'all want to keep us around?
I think it's the energy.
Like, I just find you guys entertaining.
Joe just likes to laugh at us, but but I think it's just the energy. Like, there's some people we played with in the past when it was just me and Joe, and they just didn't match us. Like, either they couldn't handle our sense of humor, or they just couldn't handle us, or whatever it was. We all four of us really are an acquired taste, but realistically, it's hard to find people to match your energy. And like Joe, I went to college with him, so I was kind of stuck living with him. But but like even Joe, like he fit in real well with my gaming crew at the time up at college. And then those people graduated, and Joe was still there, and Joe just fit well with the crew, so he kind of like stuck around a while, and like we did well in every game we played, I would say. And then we just looked for people with the same energy.
Whenever you guys hit me with like boogie bombs and stuff like that, I just try to look for something to top it, like pull you guys with a harpoon gun, or find new ways to like throw the porta fort at you guys or something like that.
But that's what I mean. You fit the energy. Like, we could handle what you were. We could dish it out to you, but we could also take it from you, which means like you worked with us, and you knew when to stop too. That was the other thing. We do have limits, and you knew when to stop, and that's also good to know. Like, you know when to get in the game and when to goof off.
Yeah, it's a phrase that we used in the last episode, passing the vibe check, and I fully feel like everybody passed the vibe check with each other when it came to gaming with each other. I just got along really well with Flash. I got along really well with Joe. Didn't know Moose all too well, but he seemed like an alright guy, so I was like, yeah, I could get used to this crew. So, and then the rest is history. And then I taught y'all the ways of going after crowns.
Oh boy, yeah, that's just as bad as an addiction as the item shop when it has something good. Because I went with I went with I think the first season I played, which was chapter 3 season 2. The first season that I played was 4, 5 crowns maybe. Then I met you, and next thing I know, I have 33.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting above everybody at like 60.
The good old days.
Yeah. But
And none
no,
of us
like,
have
what
like
did
around
you
10.
guys do before that? Like, what did y'all do before crown chasing actually became a thing?
Standing on a boat and dancing on the edge of the map.
Yeah,
You know,
I would say so.
Well,
Bacon.
save that story for a little bit later on. So we talked about the crown chasing, and how I've kind of worked you guys into that. And that was Dan rubbing off on me. You know, when I played with him, he was concerned about crowns because he wanted to be the best, and wasn't the best. You know, there was times I played better than him. He just had more kills because God knows he steals like half of everybody's kills. And Flash, you've come to realize that because you played with him before. But yeah, he was a kill stealer for sure. But yeah, like it just this whole entire crew, and you look at where we started. Like we're coming up on a year since the four of us have gotten together. It was like I think July or August of last year that we got together, and
Yep.
look where we've come since then. I mean, we're doing a podcast here, the four of us, you know, and we're talking about the game that started it all for us.
It's hard to believe it was a year ago, too. Like,
Yeah.
almost 365 days ago. Almost. Not quite, but almost. Was when you were a complete stranger to me then. It was just someone new to play Fortnite with that. Hopefully they passed the vibe check. Like,
And I think I passed.
and Moose was just that goofball for a little bit. Like, he was just the comedic relief. What, weren't you, Moose?
For a while, your brother, I was just hanging out with your brother and then met you guys. It was a nice relief from him.
Yeah.
You took care of me. God.
I was
went with
raised
you
with
guys
the
instead.
kid. Believe me, I know.
So let's talk about comedic relief here. Toxicity. Fortnite has brought toxicity to the forefront. Every single one of us, and you guys know this is true, we have had a toxic moment where we have absolutely, you know, excuse my language, but we absolutely shit on somebody and we did the most toxic thing that we could think of in the back of our head. Joe, give me something that you did that was toxic.
Oh, I can't remember what season it was now, but it was back in chapter 1 when the glacier first moved in. That was my favorite spot to land, and I was playing with my buddy at the time, so we were just in duos. But I killed a guy right at the top of the castle, and I had like this is Sparta moment. I just picked him up and I threw him over the edge.
Oh, I would love throwing people off the edge.
It's so fun.
Still do that in this chapter too.
It's so satisfying watching them explode when they hit the ground.
It's funny messing around with like down people because you could do like skeet shooting. I could throw them up and then we could shoot them.
Hey, it's target practice.
We gotta practice, dude. Like that, and that was me and you that started that, Flash, because I remember you threw him at me just to throw him. We weren't even thinking about skeet shooting yet, and like I think I shot him mid-air, and then that's when it became a normal thing for us to do with a downed opponent. And I'm pretty sure people absolutely hated us for it.
For a while, we just did like catch with them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. We did play catch with them a little bit too. We would toss them back and forth.
Actually, that
right
might have been
before.
what you were trying to do. Get me to try and play catch with you, and I think I shot him midair, and then that one thing led to another. Now when you skeet shooting with the opponents.
Hey, but this new season came out with some really toxic ways to kill people with those 2 emotes.
Oh yeah.
Guilty of sweating. Good game, well played. Oh man, I love using those right now.
So, sticking on the topic of toxicity, what do you guys view as the most toxic weapon that you've used? Moose, I already know what yours is. We'll go ahead and start with that.
And I miss the harpoon gun because nobody thinks that they're gonna get killed by a harpoon gun. Nobody expects it to do damage or anything, but there it goes, 75 damage and like 2-shot kill most of the time. And it's funny like seeing them like get pulled across a couple meters, and they're like every time I did it, they would always like spin around in a circle really quick and like all confused, and it's just really funny.
Moose,
Like,
why
what
don't
just
you
happened?
enlighten us? Why don't you enlighten us on how many kills you have with said harpoon gun in one season?
I think the last season it had, like the last season of Chapter 3, I had around 150 kills with it.
I think you had more than that. Like I was hearing like 200.
No, I
Something
think
like
that
that.
was for the whole chapter itself.
That was for
Oh,
the whole
yeah.
chapter. It was
Yeah.
like closer to like 250, 300 for like, from
Okay.
whenever we started playing together till the season ended.
Right.
An
Yeah.
unnecessary amount of
Yeah.
kills
Yeah,
with,
good times.
with a gun that's not even meant to kill people. It's
Oh,
meant
I
to
mean,
catch
we made
fish.
Made it do
Oh,
damage, so.
I mean, that's
so,
fair.
So my favorite toxic weapon that I've used is the infamous goo gun. I
Figured.
did some of the most toxic shit with the goo gun. I remember getting wins with the goo gun. I remember me and Kristen, I think it was me, Kristen, and Flash. And Flash, you got down. We couldn't pick you up. We ended up back in Senate, and this dude was building up towards us. He went to go jump to like try and catch us off guard. I hit him with like not even that much goo. It was just like a handful of goo, and he died right before he even got to my face. And it like guarantee you he was cussing the whole entire time. Oh my gosh! Flash,
Handful of goo
what's
is
your
my
favorite
favorite.
toxic one?
Oh boy. Probably my favorite was back in Chapter 3, when people would land on top of Rave Cave with me. Similar to what Joe would do on top of the castle. I usually did this in like duos matches and stuff like that because it was easy enough to take down people. I would get to the top of Rave Cave and I would just start shooting the people up there. Then I'd go as high up as I could possibly get and just toss them off the edge, watch them
Figured
just
getting as high as
die.
possible.
Yeah, you have that. I mean, I'm pretty sure that was the highest point on the map at the time. So yeah, toss them off it. I mean, why not? Either that or just like skeet shooting, like we mentioned, or even emoting on them. I would find literally any toxic way after someone was down just to torment them, teabag them. That's a
Especially
fun
when
one.
especially when they did a horrible job trying to kill you.
Oh, I do it
just makes
especially
even
when the
that much-
people. Yeah, I do it especially when the people don't land a single shot.
Yeah. And it's like, know your shots, kid.
I mean,
One thing I forgot about.
What'd you say?
I was gonna say one thing I forgot about was we also fed them to the sharks sometimes.
Oh, yes. I forgot about
Like
that
Red
one.
Dead reminds me of Red Dead Redemption when we fed people to the alligators.
Oh, that is true. Oh my god, I forgot we fed people to the sharks. That was funny. Thank you for bringing that core memory back. I'm not gonna forget that one again.
All right,
Oh
Joe,
my god.
Joe, favorite toxic weapon?
I would have to say the impulse grenade. There's
Mm.
nothing funnier to getting the final circle right when it's constricting down to nothing that you just impulse someone out into the storm and watch them slowly die of poison.
Oh man.
That's a solid one, I'd say. That is a solid one. Nah, but how about the green lightsaber in this new season?
Oh, that's just as bad.
Yep.
Just go
Are you-
sending them out.
Or even malls too.
I don't
Just
think that's so
throwing
much.
boulders.
I don't think that's so much a toxic one though. I think that one's actually genuinely useful. And not saying the green one's not useful, but really sending someone that far out of bounds, it's just got to be toxic.
Fair.
You know what I think would be more toxic? and I'm surprised none of us tried this. Like, tried to pull somebody into, like, we're in the storm and they're trapping us in the storm, so we just get to a point where we say, F it, and try and pull them into the storm with us.
Oh,
Like, if I'm dying, you're dying too.
just leave them in storm. Just like, nope, no, you don't. Get over here. Oh, yeah, no, that would.
Shit right there.
I'm surprised we've never tried that, actually. Like, we've been in a lot of screw it situations and never once tried that. Shame on us.
Especially this season, we've had a lot of screw it situations.
With skill-based matchmaking out the window, we almost have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've definitely done a lot more screwing around, I think, the last 2 seasons. Because it gets to a point where it's like, you want to try and go after the crowns, but, like, I literally have 1 crown this season. One
I have
crown,
7.
that's it.
Pretty sure I have
Like,
7?
I think I have 10.
I think I'm around like 5 or 6.
Double digits. Woo!
That's all right. Flash is just upset because he led all of us in crowns
The season before.
Last season.
2 seasons ago?
No, oh yeah, last season of chapter 3.
Last season you did.
Last
season of chapter 3,
yeah.
you led me by like I think I caught you a little bit, but I think I was still lost to you by like 11 crowns.
I was close. I think it was 9. I think it was 9 if I remember correctly.
And you were also still without a job at that point, and you were playing every day, so you were
I had
able
no
to
life.
get those. Well, we all have those moments, so.
Oh man,
So-
but we do have a lot of good memories in this game. We really
yes,
do.
we do. Let's talk about
What?
something really good. We were talking about the finishes of matches, and with the finishes of matches come probably one of the most satisfying, besides being toxic, one of the most satisfying moments in Fortnite, especially when you've been getting your ass kicked for like 3 or 4 matches, and then all of a sudden, boom, you've got the freaking most clutch win ever. And we've all witnessed each of our clutch wins. We remember Moose's clutch win. Moose, tell us about that. Like, that was the most clutch. I think that still stands as the most clutch win that we've witnessed as a core group.
Yeah, make the audience feel the tension that we felt in that moment.
No,
You cut it with a knife.
yeah, no, I think it was like halfway through the match, like we got in a fight at the edge of storm, and I was like the only survivor, and I killed off the entire other team, but everyone else had died, and so I had like picked up everyone's cards, and I was like in storm for a good portion of the match, but then I went to Citadel and got the reboot off somehow. It was like one of the final like 2 or 3 circles. Got everyone back, everyone looted up, and then we won that match, I think. So that was a great match, honestly.
We did win that
That was
match.
one of my all-time. Yeah, that was one of my all-time favorite matches because like we came back and we had nothing, and we
Yeah, I think
landed
it
in
was like 10 people.
Citadel. Yeah, there were still like 10, 11 people left. So like we came back and slowly started picking some guns up here and there, and then like got a couple kills, and then all of a sudden, like I remember I popped 3 off like right underneath the bridge. I got the one at the top of the bridge with the deck you smash, and then turn around, picked up the mythic pistol that he dropped the person that was coming in behind me that Moose was warning me about. Savage behind, Savage behind. I just remember that, and then I turn around, boom, and then both me and Moose at the same time, and this was what finished the match at the deck you smash at the end.
Forgot about
And knocked the Bills down, and we got. I think there were still 3 people left at that point, but that was an awesome win.
But that was Moose. That was by far probably one of your best clutch ups for a win too.
Yep.
Like that.
Absolutely.
I was like standing up that whole time. I was like so tense for you. Oh my god.
That whole match was tense because I was like in a car and I was like getting chased by a storm the entire match. It was a tense
Chased by
match.
storm,
yeah,
you were
that's
getting
true.
chased by people. Like, I think you got shot at like 3 times just trying to get out of storm by 3 different teams.
Yeah.
I don't know
Joe,
how you pulled it off.
Joe, you clutched up some good ones too. You had one similar to Moose's,
Yeah.
where you ended up rebooting everybody. Like Was that all four of us on that one? Or?
Yeah,
it was all
all.
4 of us. Yeah, I can't remember what I was doing at the time, but you 3 went off and pushed a team and got finished, and then I showed up to pick up your cards, and then randomly 2 people just drove past me, just not paying me any mind whatsoever, which was their worst mistake, because I just showed up next to them, finished those guys off. I went to reboot you guys. Another team showed up. I finished like 2 or 3 of them off, got the reboot off, and then a third team showed up out of nowhere trying to finish you guys off again.
I was
gonna say after that we got some good guns because of the like 3 teams that showed up.
Oh, there was galore.
There was no shortage of loot. I got a gold sniper out of it.
Yeah, and I think I ended up with a gold DMR, and we came back, and I think came back with like what 15, 16 people left, and we ended up knocking it out of the park area at the end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that you were just you were on a killing spree though. You were just wiping. You were dropping teams.
Because I remember my jaw was dropped the entire time. Like, not taking anything away from Moose's, because Moose's was legendary. But Joe, yours was legendary too, because I'm just watching you, because you're not only are you trying to stay out of storm, you are popping heads off like it's nothing. Every 2 seconds, you mark this person, mark this person, mark this person, mark this person. All right, back in. Oh no, I'm back in storm. And then you're like, finally get to a freaking reboot van, because I think you ended up having to pass 2 reboot vans because you kept getting shot at.
Yeah.
So like,
I don't understand that.
And both those times, if I'm not mistaken, there were people like between Moose's and yours. There were people like near the van fighting too.
Oh yeah.
Like that you didn't get to yet. Like.
Yep.
And they didn't even go after. Like, it's not like they don't know.
Shoots a giant beacon in the sky.
Yeah, literally. There's a giant rift in the sky, and everybody can see it, and they're like maybe 200 meters away.
You know, Flash, you talking about the sky there. It kind of reminds me, now this is, for me, this I think was your most clutch win. But you may have something different. Do you want to talk about the time that you knocked the sky base out of the sky? All of us were dead. It was UV3. And they had a sky base trying to shoot down to you, and you wiped them. This
was at Rave Cave, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was at Rave Cave.
I think not too far outside of Rave Cave.
Yeah, it was like at that little watchtower outside Rave Cave, and I was just like, because I had the Herald's rifle at that time, I'm pretty sure, and I just started, I was using the sniper, but that wasn't working, so I just used the semi-auto, I did not even posted a video on my TikTok later, go like, it's raining men. Oh, but yeah, no, they fell from like top map, and I just wiped all 3 of them because they were building with wood. They were making a sky base building with wood. I shot through that like it was nothing. But that was not my best clutch up. My best clutch up was when it was just me and Joe. And this was before we started playing with Savage. And I think we started playing with Moose by that point, but not too consistently. We had just fought Vader. I don't know if you remember this. We had just fought Vader, and it's like the end of the match, and no one had gotten to Vader yet. So we found that strange. But we had just fought Vader. Neither of our health was full. There were still 2 other teams left. And me and Joe get one guy on the one team before Joe gets knocked. And he hides in the bush that's right there.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I get the other guy and wipe that team. But by that point, I'm at like 20 health. And Joe's knocked. So I start rebooting Joe. I'm like, or reviving Joe, because I'm like, he's down. I don't know where the other team is. I'm gonna take this opportunity while we're not getting shot at. Next thing I know, the duo starts sniping at us, and then after they see us, they just start pushing. And I'm like, oh crap, here we go. We're gonna lose this one. 20 health, keep in mind. I had no heals, only 20 health, and this team comes pushing me, and I'm just jumping around with a shotgun, praying to God I don't get one hit, because if I do, I'm dead. And I knock both of them. and me and Joe win. And it was a crown win for us too. So
Nice.
that was the best moment. You were like, wow.
I was like, what what just happened?
Because at that point, I wasn't even really that good either. Like, I was kind of bad. So the fact that I pulled that off...
Trash.
Yeah, the fact that I pulled that off was incredible in and of itself. And I was even surprised at myself. I'm like, how... what?
Just
Oh, that was my best clutch up, though.
Now, I don't remember, like, if I had any, like, really big clutch ups like that, but I do remember two that I had. One was when it was just me, Joe, and Flash. The goo gun was a big thing in our arsenal, especially mine. I remember Joe got knocked. No, Joe, you were like the main one pushing. You were trying to get them knocked. You ended up getting knocked first. You had taken one of the teammates down, and it was still two of them left. And then they turn around and shotgun Flash down, and I went into full panic mode. Like, I didn't know what the fuck to do. I didn't know what I could do. I just brought out the goo gun, and they kept building towards me. It just, like, I keep seeing brick wood coming this way, and then the other one's going this way, and I'm just like, so I just start going all over the place with the goo, and then, like, the one in the back got knocked, and I'm like, oh, okay, and then I'm just, like, and I'm, like, hopping around, reloading the damn tube, like, hurry up, and then one dude built up a freaking wall, and he walked, and then he kind of ran right towards the corner of his little build, which is right where I put the goo at, and it just went poof. And I'm just like, did I really just do that? But it was that one, and then there was another one. This one was funny because I muted myself because I think I was talking to my wife at the time. She had said something, and it was me and Moose on this one. You two had gotten knocked, and again, I had a damn goo gun. I got the one dude with the chrome rifle, and then next thing I know, Joe gets knocked. Moose had already been knocked at this point. Actually, I think Moose was already finished at this point. And then Joe, I remember Joe getting knocked, and then he got finished. And I was like, I'm sorry, Joe, I can't get to you. Little did I know, my mic was still sitting up. So I'm talking to these guys. They're trying to talk to me. I'm talking back. But they can't hear me. I'm not even thinking. And they're like warning me. I'm like, no, Flash, Savage, this. And I'm like, guys, I'm trying. And then I freaking knocked there. I killed the last guy. And then I'm like, yo, I'm getting all hyped up. I'm excited. And then, like, I'm just doing this number. I'm like, you've got to be. And then I slammed the damn thing back down. I was like, I was freaking muted that whole entire time. I was just saying, yeah, we were wondering what happened, and I'm just like, I had my freaking mic sitting up in the up position and everything like that. But it was such a clutch win, and the fact that I forgot to unmute myself. And I think I was in the middle of streaming at that time, too. I think I was streaming that match. So
probably. So if it was chapter 3. If it was chapter 3, then you were probably streaming. Oh my god, the amount of times. The amount of times we've been muted on each other without even knowing it is insanity. The amount of times we've done it, but hey, we still pulled off some incredible wins anyway, so oh my god.
Yeah, that we did. Like, I'm telling you, this crew that we got is a great freaking crew, man. Like, whether it's, you know, how well we play in Fortnite or just some of the fun stuff that we do. I mean, shoot. Like, even just the skins, you know, talking about skins. Like, let's get into this one for a second here.
I want Joe to start this one.
Yeah, Joe, why don't you give us a rundown of some of the skins that, I mean, you've only got, like, what, 1,000?
350.
350, yeah. I'm getting close to 400.
3,500.
He'll be there by the end of summer. He'll be there by the end of summer.
I'm sure.
I'll be there by the end of the month.
Just remember, we got a trip in August, so.
It's
Oh
okay.
yeah,
I'm
no.
working overnights. I'm getting all that cash coming in.
Oh, you got a lot of cash coming in.
So,
I'll
what's
make
your
a
favorite
suicide
skin?
tomorrow.
Yeah, out of the 350 that you have, which one was your favorite?
So it would have to be the Rust Lord. It was a battle pass skin, I think, from season 3 of chapter 1. That is probably my all-time favorite skin, mainly for nostalgia's sake. A close second, probably Lucky Rider, but one that's been growing on me is actually Swamp Knight.
Is that the one
Eh,
without the face?
yeah, that's the one without the face.
Mm,
It's just what green's uncommon, right? It's just an uncommon skin, but
yeah.
I'm really liking it, to be honest with you.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, for a while, I mean, my favorite skin used to be the Flash skin. Ah, surprise,
For
surprise.
who would have
Surprise.
guessed?
So that for a while that was my favorite, but now the one I have in the bottom corner of my screen there, that's that stray skin. That's probably my favorite now. Although the ageless skin had it for a little bit as well, but I think that new stray skin that's in the battle pass this season probably takes it for me.
Stray is pretty good.
Yeah, what about you?
Oh yeah. I think my favorite skin is Zorgaton, the green alien, just because he looks derpy and all the emotes are like super bugged with him. So like whenever like someone does like the face palm, he looks like he's eating his hand and stuff like that. So it just looks kind of dumb and like it just looks like a goofy skin. So that's most of my skins in my locker right now.
I mean, that skin's fitting for you.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about derby skins. I mean, that just fits your personality moves.
The Zorgaton skin plus the inflatable bouncy toy emote that I do. That's like the
That's an
perfect
iconic
personality.
combo for you. Like, just
It's like,
if
it's
you ever
boost
make
if
it
they're
big,
in.
If you hear that music, you already know what I'm doing.
oh
Yep.
my god. Savage, how about you?
Oh man. So I wasn't big on like the standard skins that the game was producing. I wasn't real big on them. I just wanted the freaking collabs. And I tell you, there's one collab, and I'll tell you here in a minute that I absolutely wanted, and I can't have it. And again, we'll tell you why here in a minute. But um, for a while, it was the Joker. I had gotten the Joker from this pack at Walmart. It was like $19. I was like, screw it. I just got paid. I was making craft money at the time, so I was just like, screw it. I wanted the Joker, and it ended up coming with Midas Rex and Poison Ivy in the same pack. So Joker became a constant use for me, but here lately, besides the Star Wars collabs, I've been using a lot of Star Wars characters lately. But here lately, I've been using that Tech 8-Ball character, and I don't know what it is about it. It looks really badass to me, and I'm not a big fan of the original 8-Ball skin. Like the original 8-Ball skin, just it doesn't do it for me. But this Tech 8-Ball, and the only bad part about it is that it came in a pack with the most despised skin ever for me. And because it brings up bad memories.
We
It
weren't
came with
avoiding talking about this skin. We were not
we
avoiding
were
it.
not. We might as well go ahead and talk about it. Everybody's favorite banana. And by banana, I mean
Banana.
Peely.
excuse me. See,
Peely.
I'm choking on my words here. No, freaking Peely. All right, and it's not even all the Peelies. Like some of them, they're actually not bad looking. It's one specific Peely that absolutely got me to hate Peely altogether, and that is the Frozen Peely. One of the
Frozen
original Peely
Peely.
skins was the Frozen Peely. Anytime I see that, it's like I see red. I'm like I got blood boiling. I'm just ready to shoot him. And the reason is because my first match, a solo match, after chapter 3, it was in chapter 3, but my first solo match, and this was probably my most embarrassing loss. This dude in the Frozen Peely skin dropped me within 2 seconds of me landing, and I finished 99th. 99th out of 100 people that had landed. There were bots that finished ahead of me. Bots. And from that moment on, I swore I would never get a Peely skin. And now here I am. I have a Peely skin that I've not used. I have not used. I wanted the Tech 8-Ball skin. So yeah, the Tech 8-Ball skin is probably definitely my favorite right now.
Is it worth the sacrifice to have the Peely skin?
Oh, like I said, it doesn't bother me now because I don't have a preset for it. We'll never have a preset for it. It will literally, like, probably a third, like, a lot of the Battle Pass skins I don't use at all because I don't like them at all. Like, a lot of the Battle Passes I get just for the last couple characters. Except for this season. This season, I wanted it for the Skull guy that, I can't remember what his name is.
Renzo?
What it was?
Renzo.
Yeah, Renzo. And then Thunder. Those were the, and they weren't even the final characters in the Battle Pass this season. But, yeah, as far as the Peely goes, that Peely will never get used.
Yeah,
Unless,
I think
we switch to it just to annoy Conrad. Because Conrad, you hate Peely as much as I do.
I think my worst moment with Peely was with Joe, obviously. And it was like my second match ever playing since my return to Fortnite. It was one of the first few. I'm pretty sure it was the second one. And there was a duo of frozen Peelies that just murked up. Like we didn't stand a chance. We went over the crest of the hill, heavy snipe, done. Both of us, almost at the exact same time. Just, I won't do it. I will never buy a Peely skin, ever. It's not worth the cost. Too much for my soul. At least what's left of it.
What if it comes in a pack with a skin that you really want? Or what if it's Bananakin? What if they finally do a Peely and Anakin?
Okay.
Collab.
Let's not get crazy here. Settle down.
Did we or did we not just get to admit that he might actually consider it?
Yeah, this
I did not. Those
really
words never came out of my mouth. I did not say I get it.
We didn't. Wait, we're not talking about what came out of your mouth. We were talking about what was in your head.
I just said let's not get crazy here. Let's just, I'm just saying it's a missed opportunity. Moose agrees with me. Moose agrees with me. It was a missed opportunity to not put Bananakin in there.
It's okay. Flash, it's okay. Just plead the fifth.
No.
I've
never been good at that.
Oh, man.
No.
Joe, we know that you don't mind Peely.
I have.
You've got like three of them.
4. Yeah.
Popcorn Peely.
I will admit, popcorn. Yeah, the corn Peely is actually like I wouldn't have mind having that because it's not actually technically Peely. It's not technically Peely, but it only came in a pack with an actual Peely. So I was like, no, I'm not doing it.
No, originally it didn't come in the pack. Originally it was a solo skin, but then they put in the pack with the skeleton Peely.
The meat thing. No, they put it in the pack with the meat thing and the skeleton Peely. The creepy like meat pie skin thing that you have.
Yeah,
that's an amazing skin.
It's a great skin. I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't say it was a bad skin. I'm just saying it's creepy.
I mean, there are a lot of creepy ones on there. There's also a lot of ones that we missed out on.
Yep.
And that's because they were in the Battle Pass. We didn't get to touch them.
Midas.
Ones like... Yep, Midas. The Venomized Spider-Man.
Deadpool.
The white Deadpool, regular Deadpool.
And I wanted the Foundation a lot too. I missed out on that one.
Yeah, I think my biggest one was probably Deadpool. Like the fact that they made that, like, why and Iron Man too. Like, why are you gonna make those Battle Pass? Like, not everybody was playing back then. It's like, come on.
Man's the Iron Man's the good one. That's the one I wanted.
I mean, they kind of did the same thing with like Spider-Gwen and who is it? Doctor Strange.
Oh,
Both
that
of
is
those
true.
were
Yeah, I
cool.
did.
Vader.
Yeah, I did end up getting Doctor
Vader.
Strange. That was actually the first battle pass I ended up getting.
Too.
But yeah, I did end up getting Doctor Strange and all the battle passes after that. I think all of us
We
have
started
gotten the
playing
battle pass
together.
each time since we started playing with each other, right?
Mhm.
That sounded wrong.
Yeah.
Since we started playing the game together.
Playing with each other is good.
No, yeah,
Star Wars.
That's after the
Vader.
podcast, at least.
Vader was definitely the first one I got too, because it's like that's when I started to get invested. Like I'm like,
Right.
some of these skins aren't half bad, and plus Vader, like it's
Yeah,
Vader.
That was a must. When Vader was announced, I was like, because I was considering not getting the battle pass that season, and then
Me too.
I saw that Vader was the final reward, and I'm like,
Guess I'm getting it.
Yeah, I'm getting
Actually,
it. I
there's
buy
Maul
money.
too.
He was
Maul.
worth it. He was worth it. I've been waiting for that one since Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
so
Maul
worth it
was
that
worth
me and
it.
Flash got it within the first night. Not by grinding either.
Bought the goddamn thing.
For those who are going to
When
be
you have the
listening
credits,
through
you have
audio,
the
I'm
credits.
scratching the. For those who are listening through audio, because I'm going to be putting this on Spotify, I was scratching the back of my head like I didn't spend 1,600 V-Bucks on that pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you got it, you got it.
Yeah,
Imagine
I-
spending money
change.
on something that you could unlock doing quests and stuff.
No, you had to spend money
But-
on Maul anyway. You did have to spend
Fair
money
enough.
on Maul anyway. So
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you had to spend 1,000, but
plus you got the
But, I mean,
Coruscant Guard.
if you had, yeah,
True.
if you were like me and Flash and were impatient for one, and for two, if you got the V-Bucks and there's nothing good in the freaking item shop, and you don't plan on getting anything else throughout the week or anything like that, screw it. I mean, especially if he's right there and you want him.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Taunt me for 2 weeks and not let me have him until the last week, like what Joe went through? Nah.
I went through too.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm just getting him.
But it felt
Like,
so
my
much
impatience.
more a reward when you
Screw
finally
that.
I've been waiting for that skin for almost a year now.
Now we're just waiting on more. I want Palpatine. Give me Palpatine and I'll be satisfied.
I don't know if they'll do another
Okay.
Star Wars collab, honestly, because if you look at the state Star Wars in right now, like, they're moving on, so I doubt they'll do another Star Wars collab. But
Never say never.
I thought they were done with Spider-Man, too, so...
Yeah, but then
And
a new
into the
Spider-Man
Spider-Verse
came.
we go.
Yeah.
I mean, those skins...
So-
I mean, I wish Miles had a little more meat on his bones on the skin, but it's still a pretty cool skin. Spider-Man 2099, my only note is those wrist gauntlets are just ridiculously
Yeah, the wrist
large.
gauntlets go all the way out here, dude. Like, it's crazy. And I don't like the cape. Like, Spider-Man, no matter what universe, does not have a cape. He's not a cape wearer. And not a whole
Into
lot of
the
freaking
Spider-
Marvel characters are cape wearers.
Into the Spider-Verse, though, there was that one
Spider-Noir is
suit with the
closest.
cape. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but that's more of a cloak, really.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you take what you can get. As Edna Mode said, though, no capes.
Okay.
No capes.
But,
Actually,
I mean, realistically, the design for those characters still is pretty solid, all things considered.
What were you gonna say, Joe?
that could be a fun collab, though, is The Incredibles,
Incredibles.
in Fortnite. Yeah.
That would be fun. Have
Imagine
Mr.
getting
Incredible with Jack
sniped by
Jack as the
an-
back wing.
I would choose Frozone. I would pick Frozone as the skin that I want.
Oh, 100%. Zone's a solid character.
You know
Woman-
everyone's going to
It's
get
Samuel L.
that
Jackson.
woman.
Woman, where's my super suit? Why do you need it? That was such a good scene, but that would be a cool collab, though. Only problem is
Yeah,
you
we're-
have to get Disney on board.
Yeah.
Well, they,
Fortnite's done some good collabs, though.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're on board. They've been on board with several of them, so I don't see why they couldn't. But I think they missed their
Marvel and
opportunity
Star Wars.
when. Well, I think they missed their opportunity when The Incredibles 2 came out, which was like
Yeah.
2 years ago. They could have done it.
Yeah, they're not they're not coming out with a third one.
I could do an
Um,
Underminer one, but
Underminer short.
We're gonna get back to collab. We're gonna get back to collabs and the collab events that came with them here in a minute. But what was, or excuse me, what is? So we talk about like skins that we talked about skins that we hate. We talked about our favorite ones that we have. What is something you are praying Fortnite brings in? As far as it could be a collab, it could be, well, I mean, honestly, what we're looking for is collabs. So,
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. Fortnite, if by some chance any employee of Epic Games is watching this, Avatar: The Last Airbender. That is all I have to say. If you don't do it, shame on you.
They probably are gonna do Avatar as like the blue people.
Oh,
yeah, probably.
No.
They probably though.
Movie every year now.
Probably. I'd end up getting Zuko. I think that'd be the one I'd go with.
I'd buy them all.
If they did that.
I don't care how much it costs. I'd buy them all. I'd buy them all. I would even buy Fire Lord Ozai. I would buy them all. If they put everyone in.
Fun fact: Mark Hamill was the voice of Fire Lord Ozai.
I did know that. Yep. I've known that for like 3 years now, actually.
I just found that out last year.
Yeah, I knew that like 3 years ago. But realistically, if that became a skin, I would buy every single one of them. I don't care how much it costs.
You guys don't understand how much he loves Avatar.
I've been watching that show. I've been watching that show since I was a kid. So if that becomes a collab, I'm buying it. I'm buying it all.
When I first moved into the townhouse with Conrad back at Alfred, like the first month of classes, all he had on playing in the living room was Avatar: The Last Airbender and Korra.
Yeah, so if that becomes a collab in Fortnite, you best believe I am buying it. But enough of my turn. Who else has something they want to see?
It's not normally a collab. It's something I want them to bring back for skins. It's the pet back blings, where it's an actual pet that you can pet.
Yeah.
I want that pack so bad. There's so many good pets that you can do from like any like genre, from like Star Wars, Marvel, DC, Jurassic Park.
But hear me out. Hear me out. A pet back bling. Mm-hmm. That's a baby combo.
That'd be cool.
that would be actually pretty dope.
A baby combo back bling. Everyone would buy it. Fortnite would make a lot of money. I'm telling you now.
See, we should be working for Fortnite here. We should be working for Epic Games in their Fortnite department.
Hey, Epic Games. Epic Games. I'm an animation major. Just saying.
No, electrical engineering.
Just saying. I could add some collabs for you.
When we're talking about the pet back blings, I'd mentioned Jurassic Park. That right there, that's mine. Just like Flash said, I don't care how much money it would take. I am going after the whole ass thing. I want Dr. Grant. I want Owen Grady. Give me Baby Blue as a back bling. Give me raptors that we can ride on in an event, or something, or like lead a pack of raptors and go kill a squad with them. Like, just give me a freaking Jurassic World collab. And they missed the opportunity last year when Dominion came out. Dominion's such a great movie, but they missed the opportunity with the collab because like they had the things that looked like the gyrospheres.
That's what I was going to say.
Come back right around the same time as Dominion was out. Because Dominion came out like I think July or August or sometime.
Plus, you had the old characters and the new characters all in one movie. Like it was a missed opportunity.
You had a money-making opportunity right there, man. Like
so many characters they could have used.
And technically, they already have raptors already in the files. They can just change them up a bit for the design.
Yeah, they could just fix the design a little bit.
Like put a boss in there, the T-Rex. You got to take down the T-Rex.
That could be fun.
Yes.
That
Or
would be
the what was the
Dominus.
other one? Yeah, the Indominus Rex. Or
Yeah,
have
that'd be
like
another
even
good one.
something where the T-Rex fights the Indominus Rex.
Or even the T-Rex versus the Giganotus.
Yeah.
Giganosaur.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, along with the Therizinosaur. If you want to stick with what they did in Dominion, I'm sorry, but like I said, I would blow as much money as it would take to have everything that they would come out with if they came out with something Jurassic World. Because, I'm a huge dinosaur nerd. I can't wait till we talk about that episode. I can't wait till if we ever do that for an episode because, I'm going to be having nerdgasms throughout the entire freaking podcast. So, for me, it's the Jurassic World. Moose, you got one?
Yeah, I've got a couple. So, I'd be interested if they did like a Fallout collab where you could be like the Vault Boy or something like that. That would be pretty cool, I think. Um, like have like skins from like New Vegas, that'd be pretty cool. I don't think they're gonna do it, but like a Nintendo collabs, like have like Mario, Zelda, Link, have a bunch of Nintendo characters come in. That'd be pretty cool. I don't think I would buy many of the skins, but they would make a lot of money doing that. And there was another one that I wanted to say, but I'm completely blanking on it now. Oh, with the last Star Wars collab, they missed out with like a Qui-Gon skin. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
Get Grievous.
Grievous.
That would have been.
That would have been a fire skin, yeah.
Yeah, it would. That would have been so tempting to buy.
Fallout collab, or it'd be cool if they did more robot stuff.
True.
Like have like a robot skin. Like I know they did like the mech skins a while back, but it'd be cool if they did like more diverse robots.
Well, with that, actually leads me into something I saw for the next season is Transformers.
Yep,
That could be
that's
fun.
gonna be a cool collab.
Optimus
They got
Prime
the
was
new-
teased.
They got the new movie coming out like in a month or two.
And Optimus Prime was teased as some section of the Battle Pass, so
I'm definitely
And
buying that.
I'll end up getting it too, but that's just going to piss me off even more because they're bouncing on the opportunity right here with this movie, but they couldn't do it for freaking Jurassic World. Okay, I'm better.
But see, the thing is with that skin too. If Optimus Prime is in there, I think, and I was telling Joe this the other day. I think I was telling all of you this actually. I might have. No, it might have only been Joe. I don't know. But regardless, it would be cool if they had an emote where he transforms into the truck and does like a burnout or something, or it's a traversal emote where he transforms into the truck and just starts driving around as a truck.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be very cool.
It'd be missed opportunity if that is a skin and they don't do it.
Yes.
With like Bumblebee, if they do that, or any of the other characters.
Oh, if Bumblebee's a skin, I'll be so happy.
You could have a couple of
Another-
the ones that turn into jets.
True.
Starscream.
Yep.
Another collab that would be pretty cool is if they did a Nickelodeon collab.
Yeah.
I agree.
Phantom.
Danny Phantom. Oh my gosh, I watched. Danny
I would buy
Phantom
Danny
religiously.
Phantom skin.
Yes. Let's see. Cat Dog would be a pretty good one.
I'd be curious how they'd implement that though as a skin.
And probably have Dog on the bottom, being the legs, and then Cat up. On the top half.
Probably. I still think
It stood up pretty tall.
Cartoon Network would be a cool one. Ben 10. Imagine a skin for each of his aliens.
That'd be sick.
I would
never got
totally
into it.
get that. I would totally get that. Even the Alien
Kids
Force,
Next
like
Door.
Swampfire, was a pretty cool skin. But
See,
What was that like complete blackout skin with like the little stars in it?
Alien X.
Yeah, that would be a very cool one.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll ever do that collab because Ben 10's kind of like its own thing
Right.
now. So
you see,
But-
Fortnite. We sit here and we are talking, and we have so many great ideas. If anybody's listening, we're telling you.
Tyrus Epic.
Hire
Epic
us.
Games.
We will make you money. We will make you money.
Just hire us, Epic Games.
that
We know
being
what we're
said-
talking about. We know what we're talking about. Just hire us. Come on.
Y'all
But
have
hire us
experience
all.
with it.
Hire us all in North Carolina if you're gonna hire us.
Yes.
But hire us nonetheless, because we know what we're talking about. We know what the people want, because we are the people.
We are the people.
We are the people. We know what we want, Epic Games. So listen.
We are farmers.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh man, but
Well, I think before we close things out for tonight, because we are coming up on
About an hour.
close to about an hour and a half. So best moment. What is, because when we had planned to do this at the beginning, but I don't think we actually got into best moments.
A
you
couple
know,
of clutch wins, but
Yeah, I mean, we talked about clutch wins and stuff like that, but like, this doesn't have to be anything that has to do with winning. It doesn't have to be anything. But what has been some of your favorite memories, especially when it comes to the Goon Squad in Fortnite? What has been some of your favorite moments or best moments?
I don't know about you guys, but when we did the Vader walk, the four of us, and we just walked around the entire map like that, I love that match.
That was E3.
I thought we did a match
Yeah.
with the four of us, but
no, it was just the three of us, because that was before we met Savage.
Like
when
it was
we
literally
did
a
it the
week
first
before-
time.
Yeah, it was like a week before I started playing with y'all.
That
We
was
did
good.
we did make up for it later on though.
Yeah, but those people, they didn't pass the vibe check the second
No,
time
they did
around.
not.
No.
most of the time
They
I'm talking about.
They just rolled up on us and just started going after us.
We were just
Why?
walking around.
Anytime we can just screw around in the game, that's always a good time.
I think we've had some of our best laughs doing that, though. I mean, who was it all of us? Or was it just three of us? I don't remember. Where we went on the dock at the one
think it was
lake in
3 of
Chapter
us.
3. We went on the dock in the one lake
Yeah, I
in
think it
Chapter
was
3.
all four of
No,
us.
it was all four of us. It was all four
And
of us.
we made
I
the
was, like,
campfire,
eating it.
and Joe used his banjo emote. And this one guy comes walking up next to us, gun in his hand and everything, and just lets us live.
Yeah.
Like and his buddies and him just drive away. Like they straight up just let us live, and I'm like, there's no way that just happened.
These are true
Those
gamers.
people, they passed the vibe check. And for all you people out there who attack the people who are emoting, shame on you. Shame on you. Because our best
shame on you
moments
for
were
being
emoting
thirsty.
and goofing out. I mean, we were all there when we were in that drum circle with the Outcast characters, right? When we were doing the...
I think it was
Yeah.
one of us was Kristen.
It
That
might
was
have
probably
been.
one of
who-
my favorite moments.
But like we were all just That
The
was
people
a
who
good
started
time.
shooting at us. The people who started shooting at us shot the NPCs instead, and they had like 10 people shooting at us.
And we straight up just kept emoting too.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a good time.
They weren't worried with us at that point. They were worried about the daggone NPCs at that point.
Yep.
Yeah,
I know
like,
Joe
screw
has
around,
another
but-
moment too.
You touched on to the one where we were just walking around pounding on the drums, and I think you talked about it a little bit earlier, Conrad. But it's when we were on a boat, just driving around the map, just doing our little dance, just driving up and down the ocean side.
Oh,
I
I don't
don't
even know
think we
that
won
song's
much.
name, but no, we didn't
can't
win.
remember.
Oh, God, no, we didn't win.
No, we didn't win.
But we came close. We came real close. We came in second place.
Yeah,
And
Nice.
so what we did for those of you who just heard Joe was we went around the map and just emoted in the boat. We sat the boat in a place that was in circle and just did this one dance. I can't remember what the dance is called, but if anybody who watches our streams knows what dance it
No,
is.
yeah.
And we would go around the map doing that dance, and that's why we still do that dance to this day. And we would just move the boat every time we weren't in circle, and we drive down this canal. And we can only go so far at this point because the circle's so small. And Joe, you wanna let them know how that ended for us?
I'm pretty sure we were just like sitting in the bay in one part of the map, and you just got sniped, and you got downed and killed. And I tried to, I got to shore, and I tried to fight off, and then we just failed. I failed.
Well,
entirely.
and I got sniped too because what I did was I put a build sticking out of the cliff there, and because that was the very edge of the circle, and our heads were poking out, and just that was it. That was the match, second place, but that was such a good moment.
Another good moment though is when we just go fishing and do nothing else but fish.
Oh, when we were trying to get that milestone, so we spent matches after matches just fishing.
Oh yeah,
I did that with you a couple times too.
Yeah, we were. Where were we? We were by that one island that we would always land at sometimes.
yeah.
And we would just start there.
The east side of the map.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was like the mid-eastern side, like the far east, but the middle of the map. Yeah, where the foundation statue was, it was the island behind that one, where the vault was.
Where the vault was.
The vault was.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and we tried avoiding the sharks, but Moose would just like hop on them and they take them away, so they were away from us.
I thought that was hilarious that you could like have them or hook them and then just go skiing around.
And they would ride on land too. They'd take you on land. Oh my god, that was
You'd be like looting a building and just all of a sudden a shark pops through the wall.
But it only did that if you attracted its attention. Oh my god, that was that was some funny moments though when we were trying to avoid those sharks.
Some other funny moments too is remember when we would go down underneath into Rave Cave, underneath the Bearhead, and we would just absolutely decimate the place. We'd find lightsabers, goo guns, everything, because this is at a point where the freaking lightsaber and the goo gun were both in the game at the same time. So we were taking everything that we had and just absolutely destroying the place. So I remember Joe was the one that started all because we were like looking for loot, me and Flash, and I think Moose was there too on the first one. But we were just looking for loot, and all of a sudden we just keep hearing explosions. And we turn around, and Joe's just literally just shooting everything with a damn goo gun. He's got goo going over here, and he's just watching everything explode. And then it became a prominent thing for us to do. Every time we landed at Rave Cave, we had to destroy that place because that match right there, we won that match.
It was like our lucky charm.
It ended up being like a lucky charm for us. So
it was very rare. It was very rare we lost when we did that. So, and we did lose when we did that, but it was rare.
I mean, I think out of 10 or 15 times that we've done that, I think we've won probably 9 at least 8 or 9.
More than half, easy.
Yeah. So, a personal one, so we usually all even out as far as kills go, but there was one time that I absolutely went because Joe's done this before. Flash, I think you've done this before, but I went absolute God mode one day, and I couldn't miss. This was the day that we absolutely decimated the lobby. I think we took out almost half the entire lobby, just our squad. And this was with that one guy that I'm not going to mention his name on here, but this was with that one newbie that just jumped into Fortnite. This was you, me, him, and Kristen. And without him getting a single kill, just the three of us, basically, we wiped out over a quarter of the lobby, almost half the lobby. And I ended up having 16 kills in that match. That was the most I had ever gotten in any type of match on Fortnite. So, that was and a lot of them were sniper shots too. I miss that sniper so much.
I think my highest kill game was probably, I think the highest was 22. Like, just me
Nice.
alone was 22, was the high. But I don't think that was in a squads match. I'm pretty sure that was in a duos. And I think I was either with Joe or I was with Moose. I don't remember who. I know I
think
wasn't with
was
Savage
me.
because the highest I got with Savage, I think, was like 12. I think.
Yeah, but I think
But
I bounced out with like 8 that same match.
yeah, so I mean, together
'Cause
we did
we,
well, but I think the highest alone I did was like, I want to say it was 22 from what I remember.
What was the highest of yours?
Of mine?
Joe,
Joe?
Oh,
what was the highest kill count you've had in a single match?
I think it was
And this is not count.
18.
I don't think was that a solos match or.
That was a solos match, yeah.
Yeah, mine was a duos, but oh no, you know who it was with? It was with Camo. Another one who
That's
passed the vibe
Yeah.
check. Another one who passed the vibe check. It was with Camo. I had 22 and he had like 5. But 18 still, that's still like almost a quarter of the lobby, so.
Yeah.
And in a solos match, that's impressive.
I think
That's when I was good. That's when I was good.
I mean, you still are. I mean, with that last like clutch win that you got,
What about
True.
you, Moose?
I think the most that I've gotten was in a solos match. I got around like 15 or 16 kills, and I won that match. It was actually like 2 weeks ago, and I was using the Maul's lightsaber most of the match. Got like 15 kills, and then I think the most with the 4 of us was around 10. The most that I've gotten. Not too bad.
With the 4 of us, I think I'm at 8.
4 of us, I think I'm
With
at
all of
12. I just
I
remember I
think
popped off like 7 in a row at one point.
I'm probably at like 10 or 11.
You probably got like your best that one match we were talking about earlier where you were just murdering
Probably.
people.
You had more than 10 or 11 that match, so you got to be up in the mid to high teens. Just
I
that
would say
match alone.
15 probably, just based off of eyeballing your matches.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hey,
Regardless,
you're a
like
squad,
that.
man. You one of the good
Yeah.
squad, man. We got to build you up.
I got
So-
100 kills.
It's like the builders in Fortnite.
I killed everybody, even my own team.
I got 99
I'm
kills
that good.
in a squad
That
match.
much of a goat. That much of a goat.
I even killed myself in the match. I am that good at Fortnite that even myself dies.
Bounce off my opponent at the end and bounced off him, went right back into me.
That's how accurate
100
I
kills
am with a
for me.
sniper.
I got a
Oh
perfect
my
headshot
God.
on myself.
That's really easy to
Just-
do.
Shoot a sniper shot that goes all the way around the map. Just comes all the way back around. Kind of like, what was that movie called? Wanted, where she
Oh,
throws the
yeah,
bullet
yeah.
and goes around and kills everybody around in the circle. Just comes all the way right back around the map, hitching the back of the head.
Imagine they come out with ricochet physics in Fortnite.
Oh, jeez.
Could you imagine ricochets and like if you shot stone, it ricochets?
That'd be cool.
That would be
Dude,
scary.
I can just see it now. Like, oh my gosh! Like, I can just see it now. Like, turn around and it ricochet. Like, you go to shoot, person moves to the right, where you're shooting. You end up hitting the pavement or something like that. Bounces back up, hits the wall, comes back, hits them in the back of the head as they're trying to run away. Like, there's gonna be a lot of pissed off people if they ever got
Mhm.
if they ever added ricochets in there.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think.
yeah.
I mean,
Just have to do with the
naturally,
grenade launcher physics.
I think a good way to implement ricochet, if they ever did, they won't, but if they ever did, was you take full damage if there is no ricochet. You take 75% damage at one ricochet, and then so you lose 25% every time it ricochets. Then once you're at 0%, the bullet just gets destroyed.
Yeah, because imagine if somebody was using a freaking SMG or something, and you got just bullets flying at the person.
Well, I think
Like,
it should also
there's no
depend on the
running.
like. I think it should also depend on the caliber of gun. Like SMGs shouldn't ricochet, but like
Right.
snipers they should ricochet, or like shotguns can
Assault rifle.
ricochet and cause like splash or splatter damage or whatever it's called, like scatter damage. That's what I'm thinking of. But if they ever added that, I feel like that would be a good way to implement it, but I don't think they ever will because that's just OP. Like insanely OP.
That would break.
But
my
what-
heart.
You have people purposely ricocheting shots just to
Yeah.
have freaking content.
I do.
Mhm.
Yeah, Moose would do it all the time just for the hell. Moose would pick up snipers
Yeah.
just to do it. But while we're on the topic of new mechanics, what I wouldn't give for Fortnite to add proning. Like, imagine
be
being
so
able to
useful.
lay down. Like, prone
Yeah.
would be insanely useful in something. Like, I would be that much better with the sniper if I could prone. They won't add it, though.
A lot of times you wouldn't have to worry about somebody sniping your head off when you're in prone position. Of course, then again, if they added that, then you're going to have everybody else proning down and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
still
So it
even
becomes
itself
just
out
as
at the
hard.
end.
Yeah, it would become just as hard for everyone to hit snipers. But, well, and realistically, there's no sense in proning with the smaller guns, so why not add like you know how the lightsabers had a force ability to like force push, force pull, something like that? So how about with snipers? Only snipers, they have a special ability to prone.
Yeah.
Be interesting.
So, well, this has been a fun chat, guys. This is probably we've gone actually way longer than what we were scheduling ourselves for. So, final thoughts before we get off here, guys.
Well, I'm just saying, Fortnite, you're a fun game. You brought us all together, so thank you for that. I can't wait to see where you go from here.
All the bad stuff and the good stuff. Fortnite's there for us.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you're looking for a couple new employees, we got ideas.
Yeah, thank you for bringing us together, though, Fortnite and Epic Games. Hire me. Hire me. Just saying, hire me. I'll make some collabs for you. I'll make it happen. My phone number
I'll call some
is...
people.
My phone number is not putting that on the
911.
podcast. Pranked you. You thought I was going to tell you. I don't want you calling
Phone number
me.
is 911.
411.
So, final thoughts for me, guys. I'm really thankful for what Fortnite has done for us as a squad, because if it wasn't for me catching Flash's stream while if it wasn't for me catching Flash's stream while y'all were playing Fortnite, I probably would have never joined up with you guys. I think you guys were going to end up joining up with Moose here regardless, because Moose was, playing games with your brother. But I'm extremely thankful for where Twitch streaming and Fortnite has brought the Goon Squad. The fact that we're now here with a podcast, or we got a name for our little crew and shit like that. So, and it all started with a child's video game.
Yeah, thank
Got
you for
something else after
everything,
Joe.
Fortnite.
Like I said, Fortnite, hire us.
We know what we're talking about.
We know what
We're
we're
the
doing.
people. Remember what I said.
Money.
We are the people. Just saying.
Just saying.
We
will
know
make
what
you
we
money.
want. Oh.
Joe, what were you gonna say?
I wasn't gonna say anything. I already said what I was gonna say.
Alright.
What's your final
I was gonna
thoughts,
say
Moose?
The other thing was the butterfly effect is crazy, because like if COVID hadn't happened, I wouldn't have met your brother Flash. Like I wouldn't have downloaded Twitch and hadn't met your brother, and then I wouldn't have met you through him, and I wouldn't have started Twitch streaming. And if we didn't start Twitch streaming around the same time, we wouldn't have met Savage. Like it's just crazy to think about. Like COVID started all this stuff that we like met together and started playing video games together. So I thought that was kind of crazy.
That's
Yeah.
true.
We've come a long way in almost a year.
Probably
We
still
really
would have
have.
been and played with Joe, but
Oh yeah, I would have
And
played with
unlike-
Joe anyway.
Unlike a lot of high school friendships. I feel like this is a friendship between us four that's probably going to last a long time.
I sure hope
Hopefully.
so.
Until next
Alright.
week.
Until next week.
Until next week when, I'm ready to kill Joe because, whatever reason.
Nah, kill Moose
Whatever
because
he
he
did
keeps
this
pushing all the time.
Throwing grenades.
It's not so much that he pushes, it's that he pushes without saying shit.
There is
Oh,
that.
hey guys! By the way,
Moose, if you
I just got like
push,
3 things
do
on
us
me.
a favor, please. Just be like, hey guys, I'm pushing.
There's like 3 teams on me.
There's I got, instead of like halfway through it, standing back like, guys, I got 3 teams on me. Guys, I'm dead.
Hey
And then
guys,
we're just like,
hey guys,
what are you
I'm in
doing?
Synapse Station.
Yeah.
We're all in Synapse Station right now. That's the background.
I'm in Raid Cave.
Oh my god! Like this
Uh,
was fun. This was a lot of. Today was a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
It's like the.
it's gonna go down as one of my
like,
favorite episodes.
it,
like
it was a
Mike.
it was
Mike.
it was a nice little walk down memory lane.
Yep.
It really was, and we have more memories to make.
Oh,
But
yeah.
With your mom.
with this being the end of the podcast, we thank you guys so much for joining us. Until next time, next episode. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to even give you a hint. But just tune in
We
next
don't know
time. We
what
got
it is.
another banger for you guys. So
But-
thank you guys for joining us for the Fortnite podcast. One final thing from Flash.
And one more thing before we go, our poll. Can never forget the poll.
Oh! Did we even come up with a category for that?
We did. We
I think
did.
we did.
It's what do you all, and put it in the comments below. What do you all want as future collabs in Fortnite? We want to know.
Yeah.
Right.
And
That's
with
right,
that,
we did come up.
I say peace. Have a good night, y'all.
Good
I
night.
say
Me too.
adios. Later.